Take a moment right now. Look up at the ceiling. See that light up there? Looks like it's just glowing steadily, right? But here's the thing. That light is actually flickering right now, at this very moment. Dozens of times per second, on, off, on, off. Our eyes just can't process something that fast. So our brain fills in the gaps and tells us it's a steady glow. That's what I want to talk about today. Because our lives work exactly the same way. We're flickering through every single moment. And we've gotten so used to it that we've completely stopped noticing. And the wild part? Sages and philosophers from thousands of years ago were all saying the exact same thing. If this is your first time here, and something about this resonates with you, go ahead and hit subscribe. I share these kinds of conversations about philosophy and life, and I'd love to keep exploring them with you. All right, let's get into it. Have you ever had one of those moments where you just stopped? In the middle of a busy day, you suddenly find yourself thinking, why am I doing any of this? The years keep passing. Your body doesn't feel the way it used to. Money stress never really goes away. You're working hard, but somehow it feels like you're running in place. What is all of this even for? If you've had that thought even once, you're in pretty remarkable company. Because that question is arguably the oldest question in human history. Kings asked it. Philosophers asked it. Saints and mystics asked it. And here's what's fascinating. None of them ever came up with the answer. Because the meaning of life isn't something someone else can hand you. So I'm not going to try to give you an answer today. What I want to do instead is help you feel something you already know. Something you've just forgotten. Try this with me right now. Take a breath. Slowly. In. And out. Feels pretty ordinary, right? But think about it for a second. Every single inhale and exhale is the most undeniable proof that you are alive. The moment we're born, we pull in our first breath, and just like that, we've arrived in this world. The moment we breathe our last, we leave it, and everything in between. Every breath in between that is your life. Just like the fluorescent light. On, off, on, off. Each tiny flicker adds up to become the light that is you. Do you know how many times you breathe in a single day? Around 20,000 times. 20,000 inhales, 20,000 exhales, 20,000 flickers. Of those 20,000, how many do you actually feel? If something about this is landing for you, I'd love it if you hit the like button. Not for any big reason, just as a small mark that says, this moment touched me. When I first learned that fluorescent lights actually flicker, it genuinely caught me off guard. I'd spent my whole life assuming they were just on. Steadily, constantly on. But they were flickering the entire time, I just couldn't see it. And the only reason I couldn't see it, I was too used to it. I'd seen it every day. I assumed I understood it. So I stopped really looking. Our lives are no different. Every morning, wake up, breathe, eat, work, sleep, repeat. It becomes so familiar that we stop noticing it's happening at all. And somewhere along the way, we forget, completely forget, that the flickering will stop one day, that the light goes out eventually. Some fluorescent lights last 10 years. Some go out without warning. We don't get to know in advance which one we are. Here's what I find genuinely remarkable. Thousands of years ago, from completely different corners of the world, the wisest people who ever lived were all pointing at the same thing. The Buddha said, the past is already gone. The future has not yet arrived. Only this present moment exists. That's why Buddhist meditation focuses on the breath. When you're fully with your inhale and exhale, the past disappears, the future disappears. There's only now. The Diamond Sutra puts it this way. All conditioned things are like dreams, illusions, bubbles, shadows. Every moment arises and passes like a soap bubble, like a flicker. The ancient Greek philosopher Heraclitus said, you can never step in the same river twice. The river is always changing, and so are you. The person you were yesterday and the person you are today are, in the strictest sense, different people. Yesterday's breath and today's breath are different flickers. Marcus Aurelius, Roman emperor, one of the most powerful men who ever lived, wrote this to himself, almost like a daily reminder. Confine yourself to the present. Here was a man with an empire, with armies, with every form of earthly power, and every morning he had to remind himself to hold on to right now. And the Vietnamese monk, Thich Nhat Hanh, said, "The present moment is the only moment available to us, and it is the door to all moments." Washing dishes, walking down the street, being fully there, he called that a miracle. East and West, ancient and modern, emperors and monks, all of them, across thousands of years, saying the same thing. Feel this flicker. I'd love to know which of those voices landed most for you. Drop it in the comments, because your answer might be exactly what someone else needed to read today. Can I ask you something? Are you tired lately? Doing your best, but not sure what it's all for? Going through the motions? Feeling like something's missing, but you can't quite name it? Those days happen. They happen to everyone. But here's what I want you to notice. The fact that you're watching this right now. The fact that you're breathing. The fact that something somewhere in your chest is responding to these words. That's proof. That's your proof that you're here. A fluorescent light doesn't know it's flickering. It just goes on and off. That's all it does. But you're different. You can feel it. Joy, grief, exhaustion, excitement, wonder, longing. Every single one of those feelings exists because you're alive. You only get to feel tired because you're here to feel anything at all. The light doesn't get tired. So if today was hard, if you're exhausted right now, that exhaustion is evidence. Evidence that you showed up today. That you made it through another 20,000 flickers. That might sound like a small thing. It isn't. Let's do one more thing together before we go. Close your eyes if you're comfortable. Breathe in, slowly. Feel the air moving through you, and breathe out. Do you feel that? That's you. Right now, alive. Flickering just like the fluorescent light. But unlike the fluorescent light, you can feel it happening. We are fluorescent light lives, flickering through every moment. Each flicker adding up to something that shines. But here's something I want to push back on, something we say to ourselves and each other all the time. I'm a failure. She's successful. I'm not. Money equals success. Fame equals success. Ordinary life equals failure. I don't believe that. I don't think there's any such thing as a failed life. Not a single one. Think about it this way. Whether a fluorescent light burns for 1 year or 10, it's putting out light the whole time it's on. A grand chandelier in a ballroom is a fluorescent light. A small bulb in the corner of a quiet room is a fluorescent light. Both flicker. Both shine. Big, visible lives and small, quiet ones, both, are breathing in and breathing out. Both are showing up. Both are putting out light from wherever they are. There's no success and failure in a life. There's only the journey. And the person who sees it through, who takes that last exhale, having lived every flicker they were given. That person ran the whole race. That person made it. If you're breathing right now, you are succeeding. Right now, in this moment. You don't need a grand reason. 20,000 flickers today is enough. It's more than enough. So here's all I'm asking just once today. Take one deep breath and be grateful for this flicker. If this video brought you even a small moment of comfort, would you share it with someone who might need it? Sometimes it's hard to find the words to reach someone who's struggling. Maybe this can say it for you. And if you want to keep having these conversations about philosophy, about life, about what it all means, subscribe and leave a like. Every subscription is, for me, one more small flicker that keeps me going. See you in the next one.